Hello and good evening. You are back with the crew. Thank you so much. I got a quick fun story for you. I was at, our favorite store, whatever. When you live in the middle of nowhere, you shop at Costco because you got to buy in bulk. Anyway, I was at Costco and I met this man. He had these two young boys in a cart, and we just started talking because I couldn't quit smiling and laughing at these boys having the time of their life. There's something about this time of year, that holiday feel, and it's just, here in the U.S., tomorrow is Thanksgiving and whatnot, and happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I know Canadians did it about a month ago, but so I got to talking with this guy, and we had clearly a long time to wait in the line, and he was like, "Hey, so what do you do?" And for the very first time in my whole life, probably a very long time anyway, I didn't say yacht captain. I said I get to meet people for a living. And he's like, "Wow, well, that's unique. That's amazing. So what do you sell? Farm equipment?" Because I got my Ariat cowboy boots on and my jeans and my khaki, ranch jeans that I wear every day around here. No. I have a small YouTube channel and I discuss things and I get to talk to the people that actually subscribe to my channel. And he's like, "Wow, really? That's fascinating. What's your channel about?" And I'm like, "Cryptocurrencies?" And you could tell a puzzled look on his face for a second. And he goes, "Oh, you mean like Bitcoin?" And I was like, "Yeah, Bitcoin." He says, "Wow, really? Do you own Bitcoin?" And I was like, "Yeah, I own, 20 or 30 different cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin." And he said, "Oh, wow, that's great. I don't know anybody that owns crypto or Bitcoin." And I said, "Well, you do now." And he said, "So how is it doing? What's going on with it?" I've had a few friends. I never really looked into it, but I had a few friends that lost a lot of money. They used to complain about it, losing money. And I said, that's the craziest thing about people. I said, people buy things for $1, and then when it goes to 50 cents, they sell it. And it's never made a lot of sense to me why people would sell, in particular, their crypto. And he says, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, okay, if you buy a house, let's say for $100,000, and it goes down to $50,000, well, there's an upkeep cost. You have to keep a roof on it and paint it. You have to pay the taxes and you have to do the insurance. And, there's a maintenance fee there. So, but most people will still hang on to it because they'll wait for it to come back up because they know it will. How do we know it's going to do that? Because they continue to print more and more money, right? So the more money they create, the more everything gets more expensive in the future. His boy, isn't that the truth? This is probably $1,000 cart sitting in front of me. I'm like, yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. But things aren't getting more expensive. The dollar's getting less valuable, right? Wow, I'd never heard anybody put it like that before. I said, yeah. So crypto is actually not going up in value. It's just holding its value against the dollar far better than everything else. He says, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "So anybody that would sell your crypto within 4 or 5 year period of time, those people lose money. But if you hold it, let's, for instance, your two twin boys here in the cart, if you just bought, I don't know, a couple hundred, $200, $300, $500 for them, put it away, put it somewhere for them, by the time they were long before your age, they'd be able to probably buy a house outright." "Wow, you really think it's going to do that?" I said, "Yeah, but here's the best part. You don't even have to pay rent. You don't have to paint it or change the locks, or it has no maintenance fees. And in fact, even when you buy stocks, you have maintenance fees and annual fees." And he says, "So, okay, well, how much does it cost me to get you to buy me some crypto?" I said, "Well, that's where the story even gets better. I don't make a dime off. There's a there's a brokerage, there's an exchange, if you will, but there's no broker between you and the exchange. I don't make a dime if you go out and, even if I could show you on an app on my phone that you can buy this on your own. And the wheels, you could just see the wheels turning in his head. And it was like, wow, that's fascinating. I didn't even know that about crypto. And I'm like, yeah, that's just part of one of the many reasons why, homes keep going up because banks keep levering you. You're leveraged in your home, 90%? Because you only put 10 or 20% down, right? The bank owns the rest of it, and that 80%, you have to pay interest on. So those interest fees are tearing you up, not to mention taxes and keep and maintenance on the place. But yet, crypto's outperforming in a 4-year, in particular in a 30-year span. I can't even imagine, right, how much more money you're going to make off crypto than real estate. It's like, I never looked at it like that. That's amazing. And I was like, yeah, that's, He goes, so what's your channel? And so I gave him all the info, and I'm sure he's probably listening tonight. Sam was his name. Hey, Sam and the kids. Hope you guys are checking in. I want to say that story. I wanted to tell that story because it's Thanksgiving, and it's my favorite holiday of the year because we get to share our lives with our friends and our family over an incredible, delicious meal, one of my favorite meals of the year. And I love to cook, and I like to spend time cooking all day. And then my good friends come around at my table and we break bread together. And many of those people are going to come to my table and they're going to ask me about crypto, as they're going to ask you. How's it doing? What's going on? And it's really up to you and I as ambassadors of crypto to be sensible. Take the high road. Take the road of, well, it's going really well. I'm really happy with it. You should, if it makes sense to you, you should really look into it. And I could help you with that if you'd like, but let's not throw it in their face as to, wow, it's already tripled in the last 60 days. Boy, you really missed out. I honestly believe that even XRP, which is, I don't know, up 150% in the last, 2-3 weeks, I think XRP is a better buy at $1.40 or 35 or 40, whatever it is today, than it was at 60 cents. And you say, well, how can that be, Alan? That's just crazy. What are you talking about? It's doubled, or at least doubled. Well, it's a better investment today because we're more assured by players around the world that are purchasing this now. It's you and I knew what the thing was that it's going to do, the maintenance and the utility factor of each coin that we bought, and we know the problem it's going to solve. But the public needs that Kickstarter. The people at your table need that. What do you mean it's doubled in the last 2 weeks? Really? Yeah, here, let me show you what it was this, and now it's this, and boy, this isn't even gotten started yet. We're just getting into the good spot. So just remember that, when you're teaching them about crypto, that it's a 4-year, 5-year investment. It's not a 5-month investment, okay? And there's no reason to sell it. I mean, yeah, if you've lost your job and things have gone poorly for you in your life and you have to put food on the table, that's a whole different game. But that's not the game that most people are in. And if you bought too much crypto, that's not good either, So we really need to advise these people as best we can. It's not financial advice, as we all know. But I really want to get into what this holiday means to me and what crypto means to me, in the sense that it's thanks. I'm so thankful of my channel, of the people that watch this. I'm so thankful of the tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of people that have given me a like and a subscribe. I'm so thankful to be not only just relevant in the space, but something maybe a little different twist, and people resonate with that. And I'm so blessed to have you all and to get to share my life with you. I really meant what I said to that man. I get to meet you all. See, I met three people today again, almost every day on the phone. And I don't talk to you for 10 minutes and hang up. It's an hour. It's an hour because I care. I want to know who you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it. And let's do something together one day. That's what I want. That's what I appreciate about mankind. And there's no better holiday, in my opinion, than Thanksgiving. And those of you outside of America, it's an incredible holiday that we all celebrate, and it is giving thanks. And I'd like to just give thanks to you all. See, you share with me, you share your life. It's not just clicks. I don't care about clicks. I would do this channel if I had 100 subscribers. And I tell people that all the time, and they don't believe me. But what that gives me, or what that tells me, is there's 100 people's lives that are getting something from what we're sharing together. And that's what you call giving thanks. And Thanksgiving is an incredible holiday for that reason. So urge your friends and family to look into it, do their own research. But really, it's not a life or death investment. Some of us really, we grip a little hard on some of that. And we really get in their face. And, we had a couple of too many wines at the last Thanksgiving. And, we got bold about it. And people were insulting you and laughing at you because the price was down last Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving, don't rub it in their face. Just tell them, hey, there's an opportunity here. You have not missed the boat. The boat's still at the dock, and it's loading people. And you can get in now, or you can get in when the really expensive boat ticket shows up. But right now is as good as any time. And that's really a great message for people. And just explain to them, unlike futures contracts or options, all of these have expirations, and they cost you to make those trades. Even 401ks. You're paying fees on all of those. You're not paying an annual or there's no consumptive fee to you that's consuming the value of your XRP portfolio. That's a true blessing. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be able to have that, because Wall Street's coming, as you guys know, and they're going to want to profit big off this. And that's another thing. When Wall Street understands, which they already do, that it's impossible to blow too big of a bubble with crypto. Believe it or not, people that tell you, oh, it's tulip, it's going to blow up, it's a bubble thing. It's almost impossible for the reasons I've just explained in this video. There's no maintenance. It doesn't hurt your community if real estate goes through the roof and nobody can afford a home in your community. That's not good. That's really bad. I lived in a town. The town I lived in, nobody can afford to live there. In fact, they can't even find anybody to work. They have to bus them in from the town an hour away just to do the labor work in the town. We don't have that with crypto. We have this magical market and product that is changing the way world finances work, and the utility of what we have is perfect. It's perfect utility. How can the adoption of that not occur? Well, clearly it will. And clearly it is. And nation states now are buying what you and I own. Think about the fact that you pay tax, and with your tax money, I think at earliest February, they're going to start buying Bitcoin with your tax money. You might want to explain that at Thanksgiving dinner. Right around passing the gravy, you might want to explain that to somebody. By the way, your government and the taxes you pay are buying crypto. And you might want to buy the same thing your government's buying, because I get the feeling it's probably going to go up in the future. All right, well, that's my show for this evening, and I really hope that you all enjoy your families. And even if you're not celebrating a holiday, you know those people, one of my favorite people, that's who this guy was tonight. I have to share this right at the end of the video here. My favorite people are the people that I like to try and be. And when you're out in public and somebody looks at you and you just smile at them and there's no apparent reason for it, you just, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for being there. Thank you. Thanks for moving your cart. Thanks for doing whatever. Or you just smile at them and just tell them, hey, you're having a pretty good moment. You're having a pretty good day. That's who this man was tonight. He's one of my favorite types of people. And that type of person is person who is quick to a smile. They're my favorite. And as much as you can show your smile, please do, because people appreciate it. And there's people, well, they're walking around with a frown for a reason. And all they need is one person for no good reason, just to say something, do something polite, happy for them, appreciate them in one manner or another, that absolutely changes their moment. And then possibly their evening, because then another moment, and another moment, and then somebody else lets them in the lane, and somebody does something nice for them. And then it just pays its way forward. And it's such an incredible time of year to do that, because we have the rest of this year, not only crypto go up the rest of the year, the rest of this year to enjoy our friends and family in these holidays. So with that, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I'm giving thanks to all of you who have made a channel like this one relevant in so many different ways. And I hope that you all appreciate each other as much as I appreciate you. With that, I am out. And to all, a good night.